Hello everybody, my name is Cirque and welcome back to another episode on the Castaways server. It's been a little while and I've talked about that in the last episode. I moved to a new house. I bought a house and I moved into it. So that's where I've been for the last couple of weeks, or a few weeks now I think. Definitely has been a longer process than I had hoped. Well, the moving wasn't too bad, but it took another week longer than I had hoped to get internet hooked up in my house. And then I'm still not really packed. I've been spending a lot of time just trying to get my stuff organized and in order. The only room that I really have left is this office. I have like a handful of boxes of books and office supplies and other miscellaneous items that I still need to put somewhere, do something with. Let's see, I think I missed a block there. So hopefully I can take care of that pretty soon. But yeah, so new place. It's exciting. It's a lot of fun. I like it. It's a nice little place. Not too big, not too crazy, but it's just the right size for myself. So yeah, I'm excited to be in a new place, and I'm excited to get back to the videos as well. I have done a live stream. I did a live stream right when the day that I got internet back, so that I could get back to it. But I know a lot of people can't make it to those, and so the videos are the only thing that you guys see. So I wanted to try and get a video out as soon as possible, which I'm like a week later than I would like to be. But here it is, and this is gonna be kind of a shorter video. A shorter episode. I mainly just wanted to kind of give an update, tell you guys I'm back. And I have been working on a few things, mainly just this thing. Doing a little bit more work on the village. Getting done here. And I'll show this off in a sec, but I figured I'd work on the roof a little bit before we, or while I'm talking. So, one thing I wanted to talk about was the audio might sound a little bad today, and maybe for a little bit. It's very echoey in this room. There's nothing on the walls. I have hardwood floors, so everything just it likes to bounce the audio around. So we're gonna have some echoing. Hopefully it's not too bad. I know I've done a stream already, and people said that the audio didn't seem too bad there, and I did some test footage already, and it didn't seem horrible. Not as good as I'd like it, but it wasn't too bad. So hopefully it comes across all right. I think the background noise should be all right now. I do have a neighbor right next door who is retired and is doing a lot of remodel work on his house. And so you can hear quite often. It's like the houses are very close together, and my office is right next to his house. And so sometimes you can hear his saw or air compressors going. Hopefully that doesn't happen right now. I know earlier you could, but even when it's going, I don't know if my mic picks up too much of it, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But yeah, very exciting, very cool. So we're back to the video making. Let's see, this is gonna be a little complicated here, joining these two roofs. But we're back to the video making. I'm very excited to get back. I definitely missed it. And I'm hoping to get at least one episode of Castaways a week, which is kind of what I was doing before. Maybe it was like every couple of weeks. Hopefully I can do it a little bit more often than that. Like I said, at least once a week would be great. And of course, to supplement that, I am doing the live streams. I'd like to do that at least a couple times a week. So hopefully you guys can join for that. Like I said before, I know some of you can't make it when I live stream because of time zones and everything. But if you can, I definitely encourage you to do that. The last live stream I did when I got my internet back was No Man's Sky. I got that game. it was pretty fun. I might continue on that. I definitely should, since I paid, it was like $60 for the game, so I'd like to get my money's worth. It was definitely interesting, but I can see it being, getting sort of repetitive after a while. But I'll try and do more of that. Of course, we had our Terraria world that I was working on before I moved that I'd like to get back to. And of course, working on Castaways, doing like off-camera work. Not really off-camera, but just doing busy work, kind of like this, between videos. You can catch some of that. I might do some of that in live streams. So make sure to look out for those. And then as well as that, I'd like to do another series. And it might be coming up pretty shortly, hopefully this week, on the channel. So I can get some more videos out, some different content coming to you. It's going to be a game that I've done before, and I'm going back to it for a few reasons. The game is Creativerse, which some of you might be very excited about that. Some of you, probably most of you, don't even know what it is. Maybe you do, and you just don't care. I don't know if any of the old Creativerse people, or the people that were watching Creativerse, are still around. But I was getting quite a bit of attention for doing that series before, quite a bit of views. I know Vintage Beef has done a series since I stopped, so it might be more popular now, or maybe people have gotten their fill already. But Creativerse, if you don't know what it is, it's just another voxel-based survival game like Minecraft, but it's definitely very different. It's not the same thing. It's not quite a clone of Minecraft. There's enough difference to make it interesting. I know when I was I've done 2 seasons of it. Let's see, let's do this. I've done 2 seasons of Creativerse, kind of shorter seasons. The first time around, I eventually stopped. I got to like 25 episodes or so. I eventually stopped because I was doing Night Owl and my single player series. Well, I need to make stairs. And it was just too much of the same thing, too much voxel based building. It was hard to really make each one interesting. So I decided to cut Creativerse out because I didn't want to get rid of Night Owl or my single player series. Let's see. I'm starting to get to a more complicated part of this roof, so I'm having to think a little bit more. But yeah, so that was the first season that I did. I played on there with Kamikaze. The second season that we did, I opened up kind of more of a public world, and Creativerse is very good for that. All the worlds are hosted by the devs servers, and so it's easy to open up a public world and or just open up a world with a password and have people join it, which is one great thing about it. But I'd let viewers join, and we had some problems with griefing and stealing, and so that kind of got old real fast. I think we only had like 8 episodes in that series, which is kind of a bummer. And also there hadn't really been much change between the first season and the second season within the game. And so there wasn't really any fresh content. But recently they did come out with a new update, which added electricity, which I think there are some logic components, kind of like in Redstone. I think there's some sort of inverter, and there's a switch type thing, and so you can make do some logic, which is a little interesting. There's not a lot of things you can interact with in the world with the electricity. It's mostly doors and lights. It's not like the game has pistons or hoppers or mine carts like in Minecraft, but it still might be fun to play around with it. And they also added gliders if you are a pro member, which, since I was an early supporter of Creativerse, I kind of got grandfathered in without having to pay. I think it's like $20 to do it now. Let's see. Now this is where it gets kind of tricky. I don't know exactly what to do here. because we got this roof coming in there. We got that one coming in there. This almost has to go up higher now. Maybe I'll just kind of continue on with this part. Although I guess I'll have to do something here. Anyways, they added a glider to the game, as well as a few other things like a flashlight, and I think there's some other perks if you are a pro status. The game is free to play, by the way, but like I said, you can pay 20 bucks, I think it is, to get the pro status, or if you were an early supporter, which I think the game was $20 back then. I got it on sale for like $7, which is a pretty good deal. But so that's pretty cool. That was actually one of the things that I talked about in my last Creativerse episode. I talked about a list of things that I'd like to see added to the game. One of them was a couple of them were boats and gliders, because there's big oceans that are difficult to explore. You had to swim across before. So I really want boats to be added. They haven't added them yet. Hopefully they will someday. But at least with the gliders, you can fly over the oceans a little bit. It makes exploration a little bit better. So you can look forward to that, maybe. A new series. Hopefully that will help me get more videos out on the channel. Because with Castaways, like I can put out Castaways videos fairly frequently. I mean, I'm not going to go back to everyday videos like I was before, but it'd be nice to have another series that I can put out as well as Castaways and kind of work on as well, and hopefully get some videos out a little bit more frequently. Anyways, I think it's about time I can step down from here and actually talk about what I'm working on here. Once I finish this line, we'll hop down. So this is our inn/tavern. Maybe you guys have already seen that. I know I've talked about this building here before, and you might have seen where it was, figured out what it was. But this is our inn/tavern. It's basically the last building in our village that needs to be built, besides our forge. But I think that's going to be a pretty small building. It's basically just mostly just a facade there that will cover up our super smelter we built recently. But over here, this is our inn/tavern. Basically, our front door is going to be right here in the main entrance. It's very tight spaces. I don't quite like that. It'd be nice if there's a few more blocks gap here so that you could actually have a nice view of the front entrance. But this will work. I like it. We got a nice tight village here, kind of cramped. So we'll have the front door here. Over on this side is going to be where the tavern is. We'll have a bar maybe over on this side, seating. I think there will be a ledge or a walkway around the top with some seating as well. And then over on this side will be the inside, and the inside. It'll be the inn part of the inn/tavern. So bottom floor will have a couple of rooms. I think what I'm going to do is there'll be the brick wall is going to be right here. So I'll go around this whole thing. It's very tight in here, not a lot of space, but we should have enough. I'm gonna put a hallway along one side, and then we'll have the rooms, very small rooms, maybe like 3 by 5, so something like that. Just enough room for like a bed and a wardrobe or something. So we'll have a couple of those rooms here on the bottom floor, 2 or 3, and then second floor we should have room for putting a hallway in the middle, and we'd still have 3 blocks on either side for rooms on either side. Should be able to put a few more on there, and then maybe even in the attic we might be able to have some rooms up there. So we'll have lots of space for travelers coming in. They can come and get their liquor, socialize, and then have a place to stay overnight. Should work really well. Very complicated roof here, which I like. It's nice having weird, complicated roofs. A lot of these are very straight. What fell down the well? A lot of these are very straight, and I need to do some stuff to make them more interesting. Put some hello creeper. Put some, what are those called? Dormers, I think they are. I think someone said that recently, or before. And I was like, that's not the right word, but I'm pretty sure it is the right word. Some dormer windows, kind of like I have, you can't really see it from here. But over on a building over there, I have some dormers. Just some windows, put some roofs coming out the side here, make the roofs a little bit more interesting. We have a giant creeper hole here. I keep getting creeper blasted. I think they spawn in this house. It's very annoying. Always creepers. Every time I go to bed, boom, creeper. And usually I've fixed it. I've been attacked like probably 6 times, 7 times now in this place. Usually I fix it. The last couple times I haven't. Let's see. Another thing that I've been working on around here is changing up all the colors. Last time or a couple times ago, we got these bone blocks, and I was working on incorporating those into the village. I put some in the church. I think that's new. And because of that, I was only using 1 color per house instead of 2. So we had 3 more colors to play around with. So I figured out what colors I wanted to do for each house. I made a little diagram of the village. Right here is the lighthouse. I think this is town hall right here with the light blue. This is that house over there. Made a little diagram to make sure that the colors were nice and spread out, and anywhere you were, you would see basically different colors all around you. So I started working on that. I took out all the clays on the houses that I had already, except for my house, the one over by the lighthouse. And then I've been putting the colors back, whatever I had. I do have some more clays. I just need to dye them up and get them in here. Probably will have to go get some more clay here soon. But anyways, that is, I think that's going to be it for today. A little bit shorter. It looks like about 18 minutes, so not too bad. I just got an update to DX Story, which sort of stinks because it made me go and redo all my settings, and I had to figure out what those were again. But it's actually really nice, the new update. It tells you if there's like an encoding error or if you're having issues with your GPU, and it also tells you the length of the clip, which is really cool. Never used to say that. So now I know how long I've been going on without keeping a separate timer. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to show off the new inn, tell you guys that I am back. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I know I say it every single time, but it's definitely a great idea. Or at least I think it is. It's a pretty good idea, maybe. If you enjoy my content, you'll be able to see more from me. And look forward to the Creativerse series. Definitely give it a watch. Check it out. I know people have been a little dismissive of Creativerse, people that I've talked to in the past, just because it does look like a Minecraft clone. And I thought that same thing. I actually saw the game through BOO way back when. And when I first saw it, I thought it was just looked like a Minecraft clone, and it didn't look all that interesting. But then several months later, I picked it up because Kamikaze told me to, and I had a lot of fun with it. We just played for a little while. I was like, I definitely need to do a series on this. So I'm excited to get back to that and play around with some of the new stuff. And do some building, since we do just have the one series now. You know, I'm not doing any other Minecraft series, so it'd be all right to have another building series going. But anyways, I hope you have enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.